Better beware, that's a mump up ahead. They were hit hard by evolution, the wonky ones especially, deformed and unfurred. Cutting edge. You might want to fall back. Sharp. Check out those guns. Time is lost on this place, but it evokes a tingling sensation. There's something special about it, drawing you closer. Let's see. As time passes, memories fade, and sometimes feelings change. It's not about who you were, it's about who you'll become. This story is far from over. Echoes of a long-lost past, like whispers in the wind. Here's someone who takes each day as it comes. He asks how you are today. Goop says he always does better whenever he leaves failure behind. He's happy his good mood is infectious. He wonders where you've been. He hopes you've been out at the lake, practicing your swimming technique. Learning to swim can be scary when you don't know what you're doing. But fortunately, he's here to give you a helping hand. He thinks you should really know how to swim by now. And he'll be honored. He says that wasn't too bad, was it? At least you learned that you'll drown if you don't swim. But you need practice. Lots of practice. Great things usually happen to those who never stop trying. He hopes you'll be one of them. You just need more time in the surf. That's the only way you'll ever learn how to swim. You can never try too hard. Judging by your Muma's look, it seems you forgot something. You promised you'd train with her before the sun goes down. It's time to go. The dedication to training is important. You can't rely solely on the fact that Wang Fu is in your blood. You should know, practice makes perfect. As long as it doesn't kill you, it'll only make you stronger.
Sanna jote.
She'll see you at the village square.
Kuri kumbala mua, ma sammal.
She'll be waiting for you. There will be a surprise for you at the end, too. Here's another familiar face with lots on his mind. Asks how you're feeling today. His only interest when creating is that what he comes up with is actually useful. He was hoping you could help him pick up some scrap for a thingamajig he's working on. He thinks you're truly a kidling of your environment. You should look for things that are recyclable. It shouldn't take you too long to find some. He wonders what usefulness you found. Sometimes he's an expert, but sometimes he just does what's right. He can work wonders with almost anything and asks if you know how to upcycle. He says only a few are willing to do the little things, but if you make enough of them, they can have a big impact too. He'd love to teach you to upcycle, and the scrap you found would be a good start. You did well, but he can't help but wonder why you decided to craft a weapon. He appreciates those able to deliver a sharp remark. He understands, but hopes you won't be needing it anytime soon. You're not in this world to live up to his expectations, but he hopes you're never going to have to use that weapon of yours. He's looking forward to seeing what you'll make next. It seems you have a talent for this. It looks like she's starting to lose her patience.
Gendrana mala.
You know she doesn't like waiting for you. She wants...
Kuri kumbala mua.
Then you've got a good excuse. You share a responsibility to prevent hardship on nature and the environment. It's your future.
Beri?
She wants you to grow up and start thinking for yourself. You really need to find yourself before she's gone.
Chialdo male canauro tono.
That's all she's ever asked of you, that you'll try and give it your best. You can't do more than that.
Asadurutu, asilnatu.
You've always followed your own path, but this time she needs you to follow her.
Orasadurut, kanamunta.
She worries about you. Sometimes you get lost in your own world, where the only thing that matters is you. They look determined. Better watch out. He asks you to stop right there and wonders where you think you're going. He says that it's not too late for you to turn back, though. There's no way they'll let you pass. He wants to know who you think you are. He says you're right. Nobody can tell him what he can and can't do, and that includes you.
Verena Masalapu.
She asks if you're hurt. What happened?
Dere ruhemuhtono.
If confidence is silent and insecurity is loud, she thinks you're absolutely right.
Taifanamenuma.
The most important thing is that you're okay.
Tate ko baba sakting.
It's time to focus on your training now.
Mustiki muhka. Kialdo male kanaro tono.
You won't need excuses if you are strong in your conviction. Here's someone close to heart, doing what he does best.
La fea noch owaxu.
Seeing you always puts a smile on your Popsy's face. He wants to know how you're feeling.
Mich.
He heard you helped Gizmo clean up. He's proud of you.
Circa full of in de hoskar.
He asks if you could help him too before you leave for training.
Bestilka. Fiona.
He wishes that was true for your Mooma too, but guiding the village into the future and teaching Wang Fu to her disciples seems more important for every day.
Bestilka.
He suggests you get going and find him gadgets and ideas for how you can upcycle some old fabrics.
Ziehen.
He's curious to see what you've found.
Me badja analove.
He's all for renewal and has even considered making the trip out into the wilds to look for a bionucleus pool and refresh his DNA.
Badja analove. Mashako hersave.
He can work wonders with pretty much anything and asks if you know how to upcycle.
Woksa u inta badan kale. Lema mustak bala.
Says at least dirty hands are proof that you tried, and that counts. That you failed this time doesn't mean you can't succeed the next.
Ja.
He says it's about time you learned how and offers to teach you, starting with the scrap you found.
Wow. Ever sinnet.
The style might be too edgy for his taste, but it looks sharp on you.
Tomosakula ima bella.
Agrees. At least that way it'll never go out of style.
Tomosakula ima bella.
You should take it with you, wear it to practice.
Badan utidimada bulshada. Waksandonia inan machamale.
He's sure your Muma will forgive you for not wearing the traditional outfit.
Inta badan.
He's looking forward to seeing what you'll make next. It seems you have a talent for this.
Domale tuku.
Your Muma says it's about time you got here.
Domale tuku.
Hopes you're as ready as you claim to be.
Tropalo. Ruhemuhtono.
She says she is eager to get started. You don't have much time left before the sun goes down.
Ruhemuhtono. Ganarota.
But there's enough time left for repetition, and you need it. Training dummies don't hit back.
Katjaktopolupta.
Wants you to prove that with some practice first.
Ansonbara.
Your Muma says you did well today. She's so proud of you.
Katjaktopolupta.
Thanks you for being such a good student.
Ansonbara. Puri kumbalamuma.
Been working on a present for you, with the help of Gizmo and Wiz.
Kala. Inadabsunka.
You should go see him and find out what it is. You've deserved it.
Sanna jode.
Says he's always thought so well of you, just like her. Catchy.
Kalino?
Your Muma says she's never seen an apparatus as green as this little thing. It's one.
Sanna jode.
Figuring that out is half the fun.
Puri kumbalamuma. Brumblele marsamambulundu.
A piece of Scraptronics like this has built-in old-world tech that makes it a potent communication device.
Kala.
It's called an automaton, and it's hardwired to your DNA. It'll follow wherever you go and see whatever you see.
Andro?
You should think of it as watching over you when she can't.
Minalagi mamuru.
Your Muma says you look tired. No wonder. It's been a long day.
Tukonda.
She's so happy you made the most of it. Rest, and you'll find strength for tomorrow. Nothing could stop Lupin from setting the world on fire.
Antoro. Kensibo. Kamamu.
Your Muma urges you to blaze a trail. A burnt kidling will learn to dread fire. That's just adding fuel to the flames. Give it a last burst and you'll make it.
Monibasa.
Your Muma says this is it. The time has come. She must fight Lupin. This time there's no escape. She can hear him coming.
Andro? Ansonbara.
There's nowhere to run to this time. The time has come to stand and fight.
Ritsentede. Ala. Kodotuku.
Whatever happens, you need to know she loves you. And everything she's done has been to protect you, your Popsy, and those she was chosen to lead.
Beri?
She tells you to stay back. This is her fight. It has nothing to do with you. History.
Katjaktopolupta. Vaiseno kasamanvaru.
She loves how brave you are, but she can't be worrying about you while she fights. This is her fight. Here it comes. The past coming to haunt the present. You must go through fire and water to make it out of here. Your Muma says you can make it if you believe in it. Where she goes, you go. Blood is thicker than water. You're in deep surf. Don't make waves. The surf goes where it wants to go. It'll take you to the shore as long as you go with the flow. Death is not to be feared by one who has lived life with a pure heart. A part of her will live on in you. The creature is hungry for more. Nothing is going to stand in its way now. If a sacrifice is made for someone else, it's not lost, but passed on to the next. Life must go on. Real sacrifice comes from love and necessity, when all other options are exhausted. The ultimate test of conscience is the willingness to give up anything to save what you truly care about. What you do for yourself dies with you. What you do for your kin remains and makes you immortal in their memory. As the moment fades and is lost, the only thing that remains is loneliness. It doesn't mean you'll forget your past. It simply means you need to move on. Sharp-dressed. caught a fluffy Hulk. Better watch out, it's no pet. They couldn't keep it down. Fluff Hulk's on the loose. You gave them no choice but to take it down, even though they'd planned to take the Fluff Hulk out to the Farfnaki leaves and let it go. They've received news a Ronin had strengthened their ranks and were looking forward to meeting you. A group of myriad crusaders already headed out to Jagni's Mercadorpus outpost and are waiting for you there. You should hurry there and help them best the outpost. Not really. It's west of Bricktown. You can spot Gizmo's chug yard from the hill it resides on. Look, an emergency box for... Wow, bet that nut makes a tight fist. Loot. Tunnels like this still carry echoes from the past. Can you hear it? Oh, ouch! That notice board? Filled with the leftovers of used-to-be wants. You're getting close to one of those old Toxanol brick towns. Pay attention. The Toxanol Corporation made this place, and then just threw it away when they were done with it. Toxanol never cared about the waste, as long as they didn't have to pay to clean it up. There must be a track somewhere in this brick town. Just hope it's not buried. A flush seems like the tighteners on the piping need to be unturned correctly to drain the flush stool. That's the kind of trouble you really want to wash away. That's not too bad. This corner of the world is called Bricktown. Yeah. The future is in your hands, so take care of it. You're not capable enough yet. What looks like the fry sparker's knobs need to be in sync if you want to get the hardware working. It's a fry sparker mindset. Boom, you got something. It's not exactly what you wanted, but you got it right away. You found the track. Amazing it wasn't destroyed. So much of this place was just discarded. Lucky the track somehow made it. When Toxanol abandoned the place, it fell apart fast. Not too many like living in a ruin hole like this. The tracks moved on from Bricktown, and you should too. Try not to get turned around in the dark. You found the whereabouts, the deepest, darkest forest in the land, sometimes hard to see for all the trees. Right between the eyes. Right in the face. Looks cute. What a bruiser! That's a Jagni tribe outpost. Mercadorpa's outpost, a Jagni tribe stronghold. Let's see. Says it's time to set the outpost free. Inflict as little damage as possible as you make your way through to the rival captain. Freedom is not worth having in a world that's doomed. Here's the first line of defense. That's a bomb lobber. Back into spot. Wrecked it. That twirly wheel works that drain pipe. Spin the twirly wheel and open that drain. Just a few moves left. Make them count. Everything's clocking together. Gotta try the key to see. Keep going. That cage is holding a helper. They never lost hope you'd come, but weren't sure if they'd last long enough to see it. Wants revenge on those who caged them, but trust you'll take care of it. A sharpshooter. The scaffolding looks unstable. Better stay clear of the red ray. Here's the second line of defense. Red means danger. Timber. Bet a big bump will bring it down. Switched off the light. A barrel shoot. Smack it to get a barrel out of it. Then hit it toward the gate and blast it. That looks splody. Shoot it and watch it blow. Not too close, though. Oh, boom. You're in. Almost there. The outpost belongs to your tribe now. He says you made them weaker, but they won't give up. Your Sifu thanks you. Your tribe is growing stronger.
Lapu. Yonke.
Says you did a great job capturing the outpost. You've earned the privilege of carrying the tribe's weapon.
Brita.
Figures the honor belongs to the tribe, too. Out-of-Date says he's doing his best to keep up, but from what he can tell, it seems you're making progress with the tribe conflict. He had a feeling you'd get along with the Myriad tribe, but it remains to be seen what the future holds for your alliance. Your negative outlook on life might just be what the Myriad tribe needs to complement theirs, which is much more positive. But Out-of-Date emphasizes that solving the tribe conflict won't matter unless you help make a stand against the World Eaters. That doesn't sound good. Out-of-Date's forebodings are justified. The jumbo puff needs to be taken care of. He says the time has come to confront the jumbo puff at the end of the west route. Gizmo is working on making his Mekton strong enough to endure the oxygen-deprived dead zone all the way out to the World Eater. You should get over there and see what you can do to help. Twinkles that it's good the Myriad tribe is your friend, even if didn't have much else to say, so no problem. The vendor says you can browse his goods anytime during opening hours. Says you're in good company. Shopkeeper claims you... That's a gnote. Easy prey for Lupin. For everyone else, they're a perfect mount and easily tamed if they are kept fed. bit fiery. It probably won't bite. That's a resource totem, a monument left behind by those that picked scrap, trying to keep the area clean. It's the chug yard. Tribes always scavenging for scrap, and the yard has plenty to go around. But they should have stuck to looting instead of playing around with sprockets. Bomber Bonker's busy ram-banging the door. This is your chance. Better days. Well placed. Wrecking fest. And a midfeet. It's time to create your own path. Yes, you can do anything. The sky's the limit. Now, let's take this back to Earth. Wow, you really took that all the way down to the end, in flames. Let's see. It's a wonder some of these up and downs still work. Guess they built machines better in the past. The spent nuclear fuel that Toxanol dumped in the surf had detrimental effects on the marine habitats, while the overflowing landfills contaminated the groundwater. I need to brush up on my Wando, but I have a feeling he believes it was you that caused the bang at the yard. Oh, and he says he knows you. You used to call him Gizmo. He gave you the oil-greased hands when he taught you how to upcycle. Gizmo remembers you as a nice kidling, and he can still sense the warmth of your good heart. But Gizmo says how you experience a memory can be different. You know the story, but sometimes the truth it brings is personal. He hopes you remember that one time he taught you to upcycle, and hopes you've had some use for it over the years. Gizmo says he also has re-memories from the long gone, but unlike you, he doesn't think of the past, for it's gone. He understands history made Lupa Lupin a big part of your past, your present, and soon, your future. You still believe there's some good in everyone. You still have hope for tomorrow. He says you should know that what's meant to be will always find a way, but history shouldn't consume you. Gizmo encourages that. You should forgive, but never forget. It'll provide some comfort to your soul and keep the memory of lost loved ones in your heart.
Fan that flame!
Beat out that spark before it starts.
It was so young, so fragile. It had so much to give.
Better to take it down now while you still can.
Fire catches. Eventually.
Would like to know if you ever doubt the choices you made on the path that brought you to this point. Would you have been happier going in a different direction? Supposes that's all any of us can do. Hard to believe the world is actually going to survive. Just seemed impossible till now. Grateful to you for coming back and doing your best to change things. You were the only chance they had. Wonders if you liked working with the Myriad. They always seemed so centered and so seeking. Figures everyone does. They seem unusually dedicated to finding them. But that's not important now. Gizmo says it's taken a long time to bring the past up to the present, and where you go from here is up to you. You need to set the past aside, at least for now. He can't leave the underyard as he has no protection against the vacuum in the dead zone. So you need to salvage scrap to upcycle the Mekton, starting with the old crate outside. You should return when you've retrieved the scrap. There's no time to waste if you want to make the Mekton strong enough to fight the Jumbo Puff. There are more crates from before the apocalypse left out in the wild. Easy to find if you keep an eye out. You should be able to gather enough scrap to upgrade the Mekton from them. There's short of breath and death to this zone. Better take care. He who half breathes, half lives. Looks like the switches need to be turned to match, so enough charge. Just a few moves left. Make them count. Good. That's enough electric current to initiate the actuators and activate the framework. That's the leftover you're looking for. Don't tip over. Ooh, a biohazard like that can make you real sick. Feels like a monster's lair down here. He says that's enough to get the Mekton functional. You'll have an engine, a fuel soaker, a gun, and a gathering net, but no armor, nor enough oxygen supply. Something he devised to salvage valuables from the ground. There are usually spots hidden beneath puddles of oily goo where you can use the net.